when I got into the wake surfing stuff and started doing all these cool like water stunts, I always felt like, like an action hero, like taking a boat and whipping into another boat at like 40 miles an hour, and then like skimming out to a jet ski and like throwing my buddy off and stealing the jet ski. Like I was like, man, this would be like the dream to have this in a Mission Impossible movie, because that's like, growing up, that was like my hero, right? Tom Cruise and all those movies, or like James Bond. And then when I saw like Baywatch trying to be like more action driven, like, and they filmed it in my hometown of Tybee Island, I was just like, God, man, this would be so sick to like be able to get one of these stunts into a movie. It feels like distant history now, but 2013 and 2016, I grew up in Georgia surfing. Used to do the ESA when I was a kid. Okay. My mom would take me to surf contests in North Carolina, and I'd go on surf trips to Florida, obviously, because Tybee Island sucked for waves. And surfing was just my life.
Everybody stop talking now. Attention. I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time. Want to be Sunday listening? I told you today, I'm still the greatest of all time.
GOATED Podcast. Thank you so much for coming back and joining us. We have a special guest today. I'm so excited to have Austin Keene in the building.
What's up?
The GOAT of skimboarding, wake surfing, bravery, water sports, land sports. I mean, this dude is amazing. I'm pumped to have him. I've actually followed him since I was like 15. I found out last night he's younger than I am. I was like, man, I thought I've been following you as a grown
Making me
man.
really feel old now, man.
But so glad to hang out with him. Our guys got to hang out with him and play some golf a couple weeks ago, and we got him down here in South Florida. It's a blessing, and pumped to have you on the podcast.
Dude,
today.
Thank you for the amazing introduction. That's awesome.
You're a beast, bro.
Yeah.
We had a funny story last night. I was gonna wait but I had this video I saw a long time ago.
Yeah.
It was the greatest stunt I'd ever seen on water sports, and then it just disappeared. So I'm pumped to talk about that because I got to ask him in person last night, was this you, or is this real, or did I dream this? Because I'm trying to search the internet for the greatest stunt I've ever seen, and it's nowhere to be found. So I was starting to believe I was crazy, like I had dreamt it.
I know that exact feeling.
It's crazy.
Too.
Because in today's world, even like I said, even if you wanted to catch a clip of something that's been erased from the internet, you can get a clip of it.
Yeah, you can find it somewhere.
It's gone. So this stunt was insane. I'll tell him.
Well, yeah, you were the first person that's like ever asked me about it. I feel like I don't like, usually people are like, oh, I like that video, the tunnel stunt, or like you skimming off the beach or surfing the table or something. But no, I don't think anybody's ever asked me about the ghost ride to ATV to skimming out, like Mission Impossible style.
That should be in a movie. It should be in several movies.
Yeah, that was my dream, man. At the time, I mean, it still is. Like, it would still be an amazing goal. It's just, when you start to dive into the how to figure out how to make it happen. Like, like you have to really dedicate your life to wanting to be in a movie. Like, that's like a whole different world. But sometimes it works out. And I was thinking, like, when I got into the wake surfing stuff and started doing all these cool like water stunts, I always felt like, like an action hero, like taking a boat and whipping into another boat at like 40 miles an hour, and then like skimming out to a jet ski and like throwing my buddy off and stealing the jet ski. Like I was like, man, this would be like the dream to have this in a Mission Impossible movie, because that's like, growing up, that was like my hero, right? Tom Cruise and all those movies, or like James Bond. And then when I saw like Baywatch trying to be like more action driven, like, and then they filmed it in my hometown of Tybee Island, I was just like, God, man, this would be so sick to like be able to get one of these stunts into a movie. So if there is anybody out there in the stunt world in Hollywood, hit me up.
Let's make it happen.
I still have all the ability, that's the funny thing.
No, it needs to be for sure. This stunt that I'm talking about, and hopefully we're gonna have it resurface.
I mean, we could probably pull up the clip, Jamie. I could probably send you the clip for the podcast.
That'd be sick.
I'm sure when I get home, I could dig it out of.
Okay, that'd be huge.
Dig it off a hard drive.
The first time we've done that, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see it, which is awesome. But the short side of the story, or the short story, is he's in a boat. Austin's in a boat. He hops out of the boat and paddles to shore, lets the boat keep going, empty, allegedly. lets the boat keep going. No, and gets on an ATV. The ATV takes him to the end of an island, and the boat's clearly headed towards the rocks, like to crash. And he then jumps back on the skimboard, skims out to the wake, pumps to get on the boat, and you could see he's struggling to get to the wake. It was a distance. He always gets out to the wave, no matter how far it is, it seems, and gets on the boat and swerves to save the boat before it crashes. Real. And this was years ago, before CGI.
Yeah, this was like 2000. Had to be 2000. Like, I want to say 2016, maybe.
It was nuts.
I don't know, somewhere around there. It could have been 16, 17, 15. I don't even know.
It was nuts enough to have
almost 10 years ago, actually.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I was 27 or 28. So me watching it, I guess, was only up for 1 or 2 days, which is awesome. I'm glad I'm the only one that's ever.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe it's still live somewhere. I can't remember, but I just remember it was like this whole ordeal about posting. At the time, I was with another boat company, and it was like their flagship boat. All the boat companies are trying to sue each other and have a leg up, and they just were like, the legal team was like, absolutely cannot post that. And I was driving me nuts because I'm like, well, why the hell did we freaking do this whole thing? Like, that was the whole point, is to make really dope content. And I think one day, like, some time had passed, and I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to post it. Yeah. So I just, like, posted it. And then the hard thing with the video is, like, we live in a vertical world with, like, Instagram now. Mm-hmm. And the drone guy did an exceptional job, like, capturing everything that he could by just, like, panning out, driving the drone backwards. But you really have to, one, be patient, because it is like a minute-long video to tell the whole, like, to see what's going on. And then two, it's a landscape video. So, yeah, it's like hard to, this vertical world, I swear our eyes are going to slowly start to evolve to be on top of each other pretty soon, because it's just, everything's like getting more narrow and narrow. So
to the phone size.
I can't wait till horizontal video comes back, just even for the sake of photographers and video guys.
Yeah. I think we're headed that.
Even the quality on your iPhone, I noticed too, like when you film horizontally on an iPhone, it's like, holy shit, this is like way more cinematic. Like it just looks better, you know? So something with like the sensors or something, but.
That, I wanted to ask, and that might lead into, I mean, in all the things you've done, what are some of the scariest things that have happened or things you've encountered? I mean, I'm from Florida down here, and a lot of our guys, so gators and sharks, something we're always thinking about. But beyond that, like stunts and
I mean, like I'd say everything that I do, like people see it kind of crazy, but like to me it seems like fairly low risk. I don't know. Maybe I feel comfortable doing it, but I'd say the scariest wake surf stunt I did was a tunnel one.
The tunnel, yeah.
Yeah, because that was like pretty messed up. Like we were like, it was this tiny little tunnel with like corrugated pipe. Like it just looked like a little saw blade, you know? And then like the boat was just fully pinned, you know, wakeboard boat going. I think we were going like 30, and that was before the whip. So with the centrifugal force of the whip, I was probably, my skimboard will do this thing when I hit like a certain speed on the skimboard. It almost like all of a sudden feels like you're in mud because you go so fast where like the water surface tension like almost like slows you down. So it's like it did that a couple times on the whip where I was like, oh shit. And then that'll kind of like throw you over your toes a little bit, you know? So I was going super fast, and we had to do a few different, like we went there before we had all the camera stuff set up to see if it was even possible to make it through. So we did a couple takes, and I was like, God, we got to go faster. I was like, all right, I'm almost there. We got to go faster. And I'm like, and then every time we did, I was just like, I had this like visual of like my leg just like flopping off like after hitting the thing. And I'm just like, okay, we can't think about that right now. And so then we got like the other boat on the other lake, the drone, and it was like totally like a team effort, you know, like it wasn't even like, I can't even take all the credit for that stunt, because it was like the drone guy had to communicate with the other boat. Hey, he just let go of the rope, because I can't see the other boat. No. You know, it's a different lake through a tunnel. So that was probably the most like crazy wake surf stunt for sure. Like, I mean, I don't know how you can make wake surfing more scary than that.
True.
You know, like it's a pretty relatively low impact action sport.
Yep. And one wrong angle, you're colliding into that tunnel.
Yeah. And it was finless, so it's like you kind of have to set your line and just side slip and get through.
So there's no changing. You're changing direction, finless, right?
No, I mean, I'm pretty good at like holding my rail and like staying on the tail, which is why my golf swing sucks so bad because I'm heavy on that back foot. But I can make small, like once I make that whip, I kind of have to just release at the right time. And then that's kind of where I'm set to go. And yeah, the first time I went in front of the boat, like I was going through a tunnel, I'm like, I don't see the boat. I don't see the boat. And then I just kept going. And then like the boat was like, I went right in front of it. And then the second time the boat got there too soon. And then the third time, like I was like, shoot, I don't see the boat. I don't see the boat. And then it just came right through the tunnel and I just like linked up with it. And then we did it, I think 3 times in a row after that.
Really?
And they're like, the photographers are like, oh, can we just get like a shot without the GoPro in the mouth? And I'm like, dude, this first of all is the best angle.
Yeah.
And no, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm like, why have we even done it 3 times already? This is stupid.
I love it. So successful. You guys did that 3 times.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
It was the third try, and then we did it like boom, boom, boom. Might have been a 4th one. I don't know.
Every time I searched, when I told you I was searching for the ghost ride, it would be when you would come take someone's wake, like ghost riding someone's, or no, you would get off the boat and ghost ride your own wake and then get back in. That's what pops up every time.
Yeah. I mean, all those videos are somebody in the boat. No one's putting the boat at risk, or nobody's
There's
doing
a backup
that.
plan.
Yeah.
And then skimboarding. So you're a world champion skimboarder.
Yeah, 2013. I mean, shoot, it feels like distant history now. But 2013 and 2016, I grew up in Georgia surfing. Used to do the ESA when I was a kid.
Okay. My
mom would take me to surf contests in North Carolina, and I'd go on surf trips to Florida, obviously, because Tybee Island sucked for waves. Yeah. And, surfing was just my life. And then I was just this little Energizer bunny, and I just picked up a skimboard to have something to do. Met these 2 guys at the time. They were like in their 20s, and they showed me my first VHS tape of like what they were doing in Laguna Beach, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know waves like that existed, like breaking right on the beach. And I didn't even really put 2 and 2 together to take my skimboard into a wave. So like they showed me like hidden little white waters and stuff, and at the time I was just like, we called it cross country skimming, where you just like run, jump, shoot the board in front of you, chase it, jump on it, and like you could literally go. I would literally skim for a mile like
a
that.
Skateboard, kicking.
Yeah, just kick it out in front of you, run after it again, and just keep going.
Yeah.
And then I just did it for fun, and I'd see how far I could slide across a tide pool, like without any knowledge that skimboarding was like a thing, you know? And then they showed me, like, they told me that there were skimboarding contests. I'm like, there's contests for this? That's interesting. Like, I was so out of touch being, from Georgia, you know, with any action sports. Like, the closest skate park was, like, 2 hours away, like, and then some reason I was just, like, obsessed with action sports, you know? I played football when I was younger. My oldest brother, Aaron, he was kind of, like, more my inspiration for, like, sports and stuff like that. So I was, like, very athletic as a kid, but once I got into like, I hated school, went to a ghetto school, fights every year, hated that whole, like, just hated everything about it. And once I got like into skateboarding and surfing, and once I really got into surfing, I was like, this is all I want to do. Wow. Yeah, I loved the beach, I loved everything about the environment, like it was it.
Outdoors.
Yeah.
You grew up in Georgia?
Yeah.
Near Tybee?
Yeah, I grew up in Savannah, like kind of moved around in Savannah, and then eventually got my, when I was like 17, me and my buddy moved into a place in Tybee, and I was working dock construction. I worked on every seafood restaurant on Tybee. Wow. I think the Crab Shack is the only one I didn't work at, but I literally worked at every restaurant, cooking, busting tables, washing dishes, like all the stuff. And even when I went to California, you know, I was like painting houses. I worked at like order up restaurants, Pinkberry. Like I did every job you could think of. And then I eventually started like a mobile bartending business with my wife, Carissa. And then we were so young at the time. And when I won the world title, like I was like, okay, I'm going to do every contest on the tour. I was plumbing and bartending and serving at night. Like 2 jobs. So I was working full time. 2 jobs that gave me a lot of freedom to go skim in the day and then travel when I wanted. And then I was the first guy out of Laguna, like outside of Laguna Beach, to win the tour. Really? Yeah, and it was like a really competitive time too. Yeah. It was like there was like 10 guys at any given time that could have won a contest. So there's like me and a couple other like guys that were like, I felt like were the standouts, and it was like this local Laguna kid that was like, me and him were just like at it. Sam Stinnett, he was just a beast, and nobody could take him down, you know. And then it was just like, I was up for the challenge, and me and him were just like at it for a year. It was like, it felt like, you know, like, I don't know, like the Jordan days, you know, like this weird ride. It was back when like it wasn't as like known, but at the same time, like I felt like the competition was the highest it had ever been in skimboarding. And
Did the tour back then pay money to win? No,
still doesn't pay anything. I mean, it's like, it's great that they have it, you know, and you know, I love that they have it for the guys who want to like kind of push themselves and prove themselves and stuff. But outside of that, there's really no like career benefit to it at all. That's why, like, thank God I focused on social media from the beginning, because like I knew from an early stage that like this is gonna, even before businesses were on Facebook or Instagram or anything, I was like, this is gonna be the only way I could like develop an audience. And even back then I was an entrepreneur, so I wasn't even thinking in the mindset of like an audience to make a living off of skimboarding. It was like, I'm going to grow my audience through the skim content, and then when I like create a business, I'll have all these people I can promote the business to. Yeah. So, but then little did I know, I was like, oh shoot, I can leverage my audience numbers now for sponsorship and viewership. Yeah. So that's kind of where I realized that like, okay, this is way more beneficial and way more fun than like traveling to a contest with shitty waves and, you know, like, and like not making any money from it. Exactly. Like, but I also did want to have a world championship title. So like that was really important to me, and to prove that to myself that I could do that. And then in there was another contest that gave me like a world championship title. They say it's the world championship skimboarding, but it's not like, to me, it's harder to win the whole tour, right? Because it's like all your points
all year long,
battling out with all these guys, international 8 stops, than just winning one contest. But that one contest was a Vic, like it's like the Masters of skimboarding. It's like the oldest contest, like
Victoria Boards or something, right?
Victoria World Championships at Aliso Beach, and that was like the only contest I hadn't won. And even though I'd won the tour, I was like, I have to win this contest, and like, it only happens once a year. In like 2014, I made it all the way to finals. It's like a 3-day kind of lead up. Got the finals, man on man, got second. Go back again the following year, I get all the way to finals, and I'm paired up with a guy that like I know I can take, you know, and he's a good skimboarder, but I was like, out of anybody, like at least it's not like Sam Stinnett or something, you know. And I was like, I got this. Like I'm about to freaking win. And then like, no waves came my way in the heat, and I got on a bad rhythm. I got second again. I was like, I was devastated. I was like, just to make it to the finals, you know, like 2 years in a row is like a feat in itself. And then like, I was like, I don't even know what else to do. And so like, following year, I get to the finals again, 2016, and I freaking won it. Nice. And I was just like, that was like the only time I got emotional at over winning a skim contest, because it meant so much to me. Like, the little kid version of me in Georgia, like, just hoping to ever step foot on that beach, and then now I'm like here, like winning the world championship on that beach, like finally after 3 years. And then I think I might have did like a skim contest or 2 after that, but I was like, I think after that one, like there was no like there was
the chase.
Yeah, there's no other motivation fueling me to continue doing skim contests. And like, for me, like, I have to be in that, like, I have to have that, because it's competitive, and to get your body in like that zone of like you got to be strong but calm at the same time, and like just to kind of really meditate in that state, like, and be like, just be critical of yourself, but like improve, and not to, you know, it's like all the stuff that comes into being a great competitor. Like, I was just like, I didn't have the fuel or the purpose really to drive to do any more contests. So like ever since then, it was years of like a battle mentally too, even to this day, where I'm like, it sucks because like I know I have the ability still. Like I still feel like I'm as good at skimboarding than most people I ever really have been. Like, I don't think I've gotten worse. You know, I think I'm a little rusty sometimes, you know, but you know,
you have the ability.
I have the ability to skim at a top level, but then I'm like, that's the frustrating thing with that being good at like a sport like that, where it's just like, I wish I could just like focus only on that, get like $10 million contract, like the PGA, NFL, right? You know?
Yeah. Yep.
But I've had to hustle and grind, and thankfully wake surfing kind of popped into my life, and that opened up a whole new like world of content, which I was kind of wanting at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's been a fun journey on the wake surfing journey. I'm teamed up with a really cool boat company now called Arc Sport, or Arc, and they have the Arc Sport, which is an insanely badass, super progressive electric boat.
Nice.
And I was skeptical at the time, you know, like when I was like, this is gonna be like cheesy, because like these boat companies already have it figured out. Like they're trying to figure out like one little thing that can be better than the other one. Yeah. And then I was like, there's no way these guys are gonna have a product. Yeah. And then I got on it, and I was like, oh my god, like they actually like must have studied what was going on with these other boat companies, because they have it all and more, you know. So,
and it can go salt and fresh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's closed cooling, so it's like it actually works on cooling plates, so there's no internal cooling system. You're never have to worry about like hoses and
That's cool. Those partnerships, so it's smart of you. First of all, I love the GOATED struggle you went through. I love that story. I didn't know that. I mean, to make the finals 3 years in a row and win the last one and conquer that in a sport that's really by yourself, right? This is kind of like golf. Yeah. There's no team.
Very individual.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
You got your team of media, and you have trainers, and you got team camera people editing and everything. But performance at the tournament and at these finals to win a world championship was pretty sick.
Yeah, man. I always felt like always felt like a loner even through that journey too, because like it was weird. Like I felt like at first I was an East Coast guy. So like the West Coast guys, like probably even to this day, they still see me as an East Coast guy, which is fine.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love it.
But the East Coast guys, I was living in California, they didn't really want to see me win as much as their East Coast guy, because I was a West Coast guy now. So like I kind of went into like, I was always on the journey solo, you know. I felt like that my whole life. Like I've always felt like kind of outcasted, even from being in middle school, you know, little white kid with long hair, you know, like
in a rough school.
Yeah, so like just
you
know, like I wasn't a good old Southern boy working hard. I was going surfing, and just like they saw me as like a hippie, you know, like, and I'm just like, dude, I just love surfing and skateboarding. Like it makes more sense, you know, than. So I just felt like I was always outcasted in every little segment, but that's fine. I just like stayed my route, and I kind of knew what I wanted in life. I just wanted to kind of make the most of what I could, you know.
It's good for people listening. We talk a lot about goats, and the story is pretty common usually. There's not many goats that had it all, had the big happy family, the big happy friend circle, didn't have adversity. And the chip on the shoulder guys and the guys that had to deal with adversity are kind of what usually rise to the top. The cream rise to the top. If you can conquer it and be mentally tough.
I mean, I think you have to have a screw loose in some way. Or like
true.
You definitely have to have like some weird like you know, psychological like kind of flaw of like whether it's like even the greatest comedians, right? The comedians are like, I just have this like craving for attention. Like I like the laughter and the attention. Like they even openly admit it. So I think even with athletes, I think it's the same thing where it's like you want to be able to prove something. To people or yourself. For me, it was just like, I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to prove to myself I could be the best in something, and
so good. I call it the nut job. I'm like, I played golf with Michael Jordan, Larry Bird. These guys, I'm like, they're nut jobs. Like, if you beat them, they're coming for you the next. And they have delusional confidence, most of them. Yeah. It's like they could not be very good at golf, but everything they put their mind to is like, I'm better than Tiger Woods. They have no respect for any.
Totally.
And not always, but that you're right. That screw loose is a good
it's
way
like
to put
too.
it.
Like I've noticed too. There's like really good athletes who have really positive self-talk, and there's good athletes that have really negative self-talk.
True.
I'm definitely the negative self-talk. Because there's a guy I golf with. You know Jerry Hairston?
Yep.
Oh my God. So like, I met him through golfing, and now we've been golf buddies over the past year and a half or a couple of years. And like, man, I'm like, dude, like rub off some of that positive self-talk to me, because I don't know anybody who thinks more highly of themselves than you.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like a running joke.
That's so
like nobody
funny.
loves Jerry more than Jerry.
Jerry.
And I just love the confidence too, you know, like,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, damn, that's like, maybe I need to adapt some of that to my golfing, especially, you
in
know.
golf, because it's slippery slope. It's
Oh.
interesting. Like other sports, like football, I think negative self-talk helps because you want to be angry when you're running through somebody.
Yeah.
But golf, I have not. Like I did some mental coaching on tour, and I'm like, I think positive in golf is always going to be. Our guys filmed Saquon Barkley playing, and he was mic'd up, and I'm like, I don't even want to use some of this content because
He's just talking so much shit to himself.
Negative self-talk, and I'm like, this sport, and I respect both of it, but I think in golf it's positive.
I think with
self-talk
golf
and in
now,
life.
it's like I don't even get like negative on myself. I just get sad.
Yep.
You know, I'm just like
Discouraged.
devastated. Like right now, like I'm in one of those periods right now where I'm just like, I'm not even mad. I'm just like devastated. Like
Yep.
I just had a loss in the family or something. You just
Yep.
lost your
Someone
golf swing.
died.
You worked
Yeah.
so hard to like get this golf swing dialed, and like all of a sudden it just like Men in Black come in and they just like zap your brain
Memory's
of
gone.
everything you know.
I love it.
So
On the car ride, you were saying that too, is that dedication you can put into a sport like golf.
oh man, I've been so dedicated to
And
golf.
it
Like I'm
doesn't
so obsessed.
reciprocate.
Like it's like I literally like got to the point where I'm like, I do think I have an illness with golf right now because I'm going to the range like every day, and there's even times where I'm getting in the car to go to the range and I'm like, what are you doing? Like, why are you going to the range again? I'm just like, I don't even really feel like hitting balls, but I'm like, I don't feel like hitting balls right now, but I feel like wanting to make sure I have my swing dialed.
Yes.
You know, it's like there's this urge inside of me. It's like I need to get my swing where I want it. Doesn't have to be like perfect.
Yep.
I just need to like there's a place I want to be with golf that I just haven't hit yet, you know.
Love it.
And I've gotten a taste of it too, which is the
Yeah,
most
you can play.
painful thing.
Yep.
I've shot like a 74 and then I can go shoot a 92 a week later.
Mhm.
It's like insane.
It's golf. When did you start golfing?
I kind of picked it up like around COVID a little bit,
Okay.
and then I stopped for like a year and a half because I got busy traveling.
Yeah.
And then 2022 is when I kind of started like, that's when like the obsession really started, was 2022. And I mean, I had swung a club like when I was in Savannah, but growing up in Georgia, I hated everything about like golf culture and golf because it's like everything I
Stuck
wanted
up.
to leave is like
Yeah.
having to tuck your shirt in and like look clean cut, you
Yeah.
know? So I was like, I hated everything about it. And then like once I started golfing, I was like, God, this is so fun.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't even care. I'll tuck my shirt in.
addicting.
I don't
Yeah.
care. Like I'm just,
I love it.
I'm having too much fun, you know? And now I like kind of play the role. Like I'm enjoying it. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm actually looking kind of swaggy with
Exactly.
the belt on every now and then,
Yeah.
you know?
Embracing it.
So,
I was the same way. I grew up in Miami. I kind of told you, and I hated golf courses because it was the nicest grass.
yeah.
And when we had storms, I'm like, I wanted to skim or we had boogie boards, pull the bike, whatever. And I wanted to use their thin grass for football. If it was nice out and if it rained, I wanted to be able to skim on top of the thin grass,
Heck
like
yeah.
the tee boxes. And I'd get kicked off of golf courses. I'm like, these people stink. I'm
So they
sick of
did
golf.
kick you off?
Oh, yeah, every time.
Yeah.
In
That's
Miami.
like one thing I've been wanting to do for a long time is like skim down a fairway in the rain.
They're perfect for it. But
But I don't want to get. I don't
groundskeeper.
want to do it anywhere where I live because I don't want to get kicked off the golf courses and barred.
Yep. Well, now you've probably seen some content of golf courses getting torn up, and like it goes viral, and they find the people who
Yeah.
did it. And
That's why I
That's
just
like
feel like just give me one
vandalism.
run. If
Yeah,
there's any
just
golf
one.
courses out there that's got like a steep incline, I don't need a whole session out there. Just give me one run. I promise it won't do
I
any
love it.
damage.
we're gonna find some.
You won't even know it happened. I promise.
Especially right
Like,
before they aerate or something. It's
Yeah.
they're gonna already tear it up.
Yeah, I'm not going to be on the
We'll find
green.
it.
You
Yeah.
know, it's just the fair. The golf cart does more
Yes.
damage. So
Yeah. So you mentioned the business side. So smart of you to kind of monetize that, and then we had a good talk last night. Tell me about, first of all, have you had a golf deal yet with content or with your?
nothing official. No. You
Nice.
know, like I've had like golf brands send me stuff. I've had like, and I'm way more lenient with golf too. Like I have pretty like strict like my management, and I have like strict like partnership deals and like parameters with like my normal stuff. But like now social media is just like, I mean, I could go on and on about how it's changing, but
Yeah.
I've long story short, I've been more lenient. I'm just like, oh, cool. I just love golf. It's kind of no pressure on me, you know. And like, if they want to send me stuff, I'll show them some love. And,
Yeah.
So I've had like brands send me stuff, like Sunday Red. We did like a thing with TaylorMade, did some content for them, and they hooked me up with some clubs and
Nice.
KBS shafts. Like they were awesome. Got me fitted for shafts, and
You got the greatest putter of
Malbon,
all
done
time.
some stuff with Malbon, and now here we are with GOATED, dude.
Love it.
The GOATED brand of golf.
Love it.
So you guys,
You got the Jerry Rice putter.
I'll say you guys are the coolest guys
Let's go.
I've worked with in golf for sure so
Awesome.
far.
We try. Our team's awesome. Our guys met.
It's
you
just
in
real,
Vegas.
man. I don't know if it's like an East Coast thing or like I just feel like I get along with people on the East Coast
Yeah,
a
me
lot
too.
better. I just feel
It's a
like there's
different
like no
vibe.
like cool guy role playing going on. It's like it's like sometimes California. It's like you got to be like
Fake it to make it.
it's like it's like there's brands that are like for the people who aren't cool, but then they're cool because they're not too cool. And it's like this hipster thing, and then it's like I don't know. There's like too many parameters to be cool. Like I don't have the mental stamina for that to be cool.
No,
So-
agreed. No, that's a good call. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I was kind of leading to that too because it fascinates me on like we've had a couple people on that are influencers and that have monetized greatly on the GOATED podcast, and we talked last night about the kids are graduating high school today going, I'm going to be an influencer, putting that, like I used to put astronaut or president, even middle school and high school. And now they're like putting on their, what am I going to be when I'm older is what do I want to be when I'm older as an influencer. It's kind of scary because
That is wild.
it's changing. And it's not easy.
I don't know if that's a good route to go down right now.
No.
Like
Agreed.
as an influencer, I don't think it is. Like especially with social media, it's like, I mean, I think there's nothing you need to do to be an influencer. First of all, you either have content that people are going to start watching, it's going to blow up, or you're just really passionate about something you want to share. Like, boom, you just qualified to be an influencer.
Yeah, true.
But like, I think like nowadays, it's like the landscape's changing so much where it's like, you know, it goes from dance videos on TikTok to like, you know, I feel like there was a period where my content was like really valued, like action sports, really cool, well-produced content. And now it's like what can people make that gets a reaction in their kitchen on their cell phone? You know, so it's like there's so much stuff. Now, then prank videos, and then now you got the meta glasses, so guys walking in grocery stores, like, and then now people are using AI for those prank videos, which is actually pretty funny. But I don't. There's just so much changing going on. It's like I've been in the game with social media from the very beginning, and it's just like I've kept up really well, but like now it's just like, man, it's exhausting to try to. That's where I'm at now. I'm just gonna post what I want to post.
Yeah,
you know,
freedom.
Like,
I love it. Yeah, and that's
golf.
That's a good word for
Post what
golf.
I'm doing, travel. You know,
and not have to hit.
it's just
measurements,
I mean, it's hard,
deliverables.
but
It's good for people to hear. So I have a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old. You're gonna have kids soon, and I wanted a couple episodes ago. I'm like, please, like I know it's hard not to put a phone in kids' hands, but we do very little screen time. It's worked for my kids, but when they're watching these TikTok influencers and whatnot, or shout out whatnot, but streamers, or Instagram, like. They're literally, and they are, you guys have probably seen it, you parents out there, your kids saying, I'm going to be an influencer, or dad film this dance with me, or mom film this dance with me. And they'll hook you with a bunch of views, your first couple, and then you just think, I don't have to learn anything else. I'm just going to dance for a living. I'm just going to do this for a living.
I was with
And
my
it's
niece
pivoting.
last weekend, and she had me like, first hour I was there, she had me doing some TikTok dances, and I was like, one, I realized is like, this is harder than I thought it is.
Yeah.
This is like really hard. And it's pretty weird though to see how it like influenced them to like, I'm like, dude, she's like 8 and she knows like all these little dances. Like this is crazy.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's good or bad. I really don't know. Like
Yeah.
I want to keep my mind open, but at the same time I'm like, it is kind of wild, you know, like I feel like when I was 8, I was like on Microsoft Paint, you know, like
Exactly.
just trying to
Or
keep
playing
the lines closed.
So true. Well, and that turned into still an asset that, I mean, AI is probably going to take some of the design stuff away, but
Well, like your little boy,
when we
he's
were
like getting
younger.
into robots and stuff.
yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, dude, what?
STEM. That's the way.
crazy.
And then making the robots do what you want, and he's learning all that, which is great. I don't know which way to go either. I keep my mind open, but I'm like, when I spoke in a couple high schools the last couple of months, entrepreneur classes, and I'm hearing them like, oh, I want to be a Whatnot streamer because you're doing so good. And I'm like,
Gary Vee says, I mean, I just saw another video, but he's posted a couple of videos where like, and I go by Gary. I love Gary. The reason I like Gary Vee is because, you know, he's one of those guys that like leads with his intuition and kind of has like a hunch before it's going to happen, you know, and he's been pretty proven.
Yeah.
But one of the things he's always talking about is like live stream shopping.
Oh yeah.
So
his team, I don't take credit for much, but I know his team well. He's a team in Miami and he spends a good amount of time. I told them 2 years ago when I first started doing Whatnot about this, and now they kill it. They probably do $1 million a week, streaming collectibles, cards.
Yeah.
And I didn't really know, but I've followed him for a long time, so it's credit to him and God just blessing me with that intuition. But you have to obsess on what's success or what's working, and you have to follow data and that live selling.
Yeah.
He's an ambassador for live selling.
Totally.
And across the country or across the world, we just had somebody in Asia, and they were shutting down the mall, and they're just streaming inside the mall. You can't even walk in stores in the mall anymore. You have to scan a QR code and shop on your app. It's insane. Crazy. So follow what the world's
that's not true.
Obviously doing. No,
that's taking it too far.
Yeah.
It's like, don't take the
hard part is you can't.
I don't ever go to the mall, but it's like when it's the holidays, man, I just want to walk through a mall because that's, I feel like, the only place that has the holiday spirit anymore.
That's true.
Is a mall.
True. You know? They all themed and for season.
Like it comes around like November, and I'm like telling my girl I want to go. She's like, you never want to go to the mall. I'm like, it's the holidays. I want to go like get a freaking espresso martini and like walk around the mall.
Yeah, I love it. No, it's changing crazy. You want to try to capture your customers and own that customer. And the days of like at the register asking for their email doesn't work anymore. You can't type in your email. You want to go quick. Yeah. Like everyone's quick shopping. So that's the way to do it. Huh. But no, I think that's something huge we can all learn from is social media and how you monetize that. So I wanted to ask, you've had some brand deals. You mentioned some that obviously paid the bills and did well. And
man, I mean, I'm so grateful for like even the ones that aren't around anymore. Just like, you know, I felt like I truly did provide exceptional value to all the companies I've worked with. We try to exceed, you know, like any deliverables on paper, but I'm very grateful for like all the sponsors I've had over the years and super grateful for the ones I still have, like Blenders, Arc Boats, you know, repping Wake Effects Rope Pal, a little rope company for wake surfing. Okay. You know, we have like deals that kind of short-term things that kind of come and go with launches, like the Evolve skateboard stuff. But yeah, I'm just like super, super thankful and grateful to have lived such a fun, amazing life through the social media over the years. Awesome. And now I'm kind of like in this like transition phase in life where I'm like putting a lot of that energy into like, you know, my own brands and businesses, which is kind of like my new world championship title I'm chasing. You know, it's like building something really cool, and most excited about Marshwater. Which I haven't talked about publicly yet.
Do it. Okay, first time.
Yeah, I haven't even told anybody about it. I've been like teasing that little logo on my Instagram.
Yeah, Marshwater is going to be a game changer. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and one thing I've always like, when I've left the Southeast, the one thing I always miss the most, obviously besides family, is the marsh. You know, and like just miss the smell, like just growing up around it. It's just like the ocean breathing in and out every 6 hours, low tide, high tide, and the sandbars, and just like, I don't know, there's something about it, you know, it's magical. And I've always just missed just the vast open space, you know, like going through the little glassy cuts, like just the whole lifestyle, it revolves around the marsh, and I always missed it, and thought it'd be cool to like make something that was like a homage, you know, to like that. And then last spring, you know, I was like on a plane, and that name Marshwater just popped in my head, and I'm like, somebody's taken that for sure. And I was just like doing the search on the USPTO, no one took it, so I freaking filed the trademark. And now like I saw that there was I had that intuitive feeling that there was like a category that's growing, like kind of regrowing, which is the hard iced tea and hard lemonade, but like in the form of like a premium RTD with like natural ingredients rather than like these like garbage like malt based like artificial, like the Smirnoffs and the twisted teas and stuff that everybody kind of correlates with like hard iced tea, right? You think
Yeah.
of Twisted Tea or like Smirnoff Ice, like which it's
Yeah.
it's like a prank to make somebody drink one of those now.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but now with like the Sun Cruisers and the Surfsides, people are realizing like, you know, it's not carbonated, so
Yeah.
you don't have all the bubbles if you're drinking that all day,
Yeah.
and it's just like a more premium version.
Right.
And then like I was like, okay, well I got to make it better than Surfside and Sun Cruiser.
Yeah.
So we basically did it with just like all natural ingredients, really good quality premium vodka, and like low calories. So it's like under 100. It's 100 calories, 1 gram of sugar, sweetened with monk fruit, stevia, lemon juice, like natural ingredients. So
It's going to be awesome. I'm hearing you talk about it, and then the company you also have or own a piece of is Vitamin Bar, and healthier alternative for energy bars. We have a bunch of the office. We're going to have some on our Whatnot channel, and at both of our all 3 of our locations, we have Vitamin Bar now. We all love it. The healthier world that we've been trying to move to.
Yeah.
I think every administration tries to move to, whether realistically or for
in
real.
some way or another.
Yeah.
Right?
But I think that is going to be, like I said, a game changer.
I mean, if the
for ready to
administration
drink.
really wanted to move toward a healthier lifestyle, they would mandate everybody buy at least 1 box of vitamin bars per household
There you go.
every
Endorsed.
week, because man, it's frustrating. Like you have all these stupid big companies like General Mills, Kellogg's, and they're like, they just pop out a brand like that and they
Sell
label
out.
it as healthy, and it's still garbage.
Yeah.
And it's like you have brands like ours where like we're literally like climbing a mountain to make this thing taste amazing but
Yeah.
also be healthy,
Healthy.
you know? And it's like we figure it out, we do it, and like we couldn't make it any more simple, yet people still want to go to the grocery store and buy some shit product from
Yep.
a like giant billion-dollar corporation. I'm like,
Yep.
if you guys want healthy like snack, try a freaking vitamin bar.
Bar.
Jesus.
It's on your.
I mean, it's like
handle.
15 superfoods. You get 25% of your daily intake of vitamins, like made naturally. There's like 2 grams of sugar, like, and it tastes like a chocolate chip
Yeah,
cookie
it's
or a
great.
brownie or a vanilla almond Christmas cookie. Like, I don't know how much better to make, like, put it. Like,
Yes.
just freaking try one of these things.
I
Put
love
it in your golf bag. Put it in your car. I have one in my golf bag, my car at all times, like all the time, because I don't eat enough. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to like just keep those things on me.
Love it.
And
They're
they don't make
good.
you
They're really
bloated.
good.
They're
And-
not like a 30-gram protein bar. So if you're trying to get 30 grams of protein, eat a freaking cheeseburger or a steak. But like, don't eat a chalky whey protein bar, because
Yeah.
that's just gonna mess your gut up.
Poison.
It's got all these seed oils to make it bind and taste good and all this stuff. So
Mhm.
Vitamin Bar's got 13 grams of protein. It's gonna keep you fueled. It just keeps you feeling good. You can still go eat a meal 30 minutes later if you
Yeah.
want. You know.
No,
So-
they're really good. I wouldn't say that if they weren't. They're all in our offices. And then Marshwater will be 6. So talk about the business side of, like, for people listening, like the grind from monetizing an audience. So by the way, Austin, correct me if I'm wrong. So he has, you won't correct me, I think 500,000 followers. No, almost 1 million followers on Instagram, 800,000 subscribers on YouTube. And I just saw 500,000 on TikTok, something like that. So you're reaching, who knows, 30 million people a week with content, 50 million?
Probably somewhere around there. I mean, I feel like I kind of like haven't posted on TikTok in a while. I'm so bad at that. It's like too many platforms, you know. I'm doing it on my own. I should have a team.
I know.
Doing it
There's
all,
got to be
but-
an app to submit to all of them, but they're all in different landscapes.
If anybody
and different-
wants to do my social media for me, I have lots of hard drives that
Filled
of
with
content. Just post
love
whatever the heck you want. I don't care.
I love it. That
Wipe out videos. I don't care. Like.
I love it.
It's just hard to keep up with sometimes.
Yeah.
But sometimes I kind of get into it. I'll go into a hard drive and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot about this day. And then I start diving down and I'm like, oh, here's like 3 or 4 posts right here.
It's not easy. And to build that obviously is not easy unless you're consistent with good content.
Yeah.
Be a good person. Because as soon as you start to hit those numbers, even when I hit 100,000 on Facebook, I started getting people crawling out going, hey, I'm going to try to get some money from this guy. Let me try to bash this or whatever it was. It's not easy to build that and be successful. So I say that to follow up with parents out there that are saying my kid's got to be an influencer for a living. Good luck. I hope that happens. But it's not easy. You got to grind just like any success. And then
I mean,
businesses,
influencer could be anything too. Like you could just find your niche, do anything that is like aesthetically pleasing to people, and if they just put that out there, and regardless if you're making your full-time career on it, it's like Like if you enjoy doing something, why not put it on social media? It's literally free.
Improve people's, yeah.
You know,
And
like that's
day.
what one thing that kept me going is like, man, back in like 98, like people have to put an ad in a newspaper, you know?
True.
So it's like now I'm just
Free to post.
It's a free online portfolio of what I do, and you know, some days it's going to pay me more, some days it's not. Either way, it's like it's there. I didn't have to really pay for it. Yeah. Well, I guess now, like Meta's trying to get you to sign up for like verified perks or whatever, but
to be a verified account.
I was thankfully grandfathered in on that. I got verified early, but
I would hope so. That, I mean, transferring from your own brand now, which is awesome, a couple brands. What are some struggles you've had just transferring that audience, or the traditional way you were monetizing was brand deals with other companies?
Yeah, and it's always been stuff that I believe in, and that's one thing I can stand by is like since this whole journey, like there's a lot of deals I've turned down, a lot of short-term stuff, you know, where it's just like I don't want my platform to just be a billboard. Like any brand that you've ever seen me promote, like it's something that I can get behind, you know, and it's always like correlated really well with me. So I'm very proud to have kind of stayed in that lane with that. So
staying true to yourself is smart. And I love that too. I've seen that. I've seen the billboard accounts, and I've seen people that are authentic, and people know now. I mean, even kids know you're just trying to make a buck on this coupon code or this whatever. Or do I really endorse and stand by this?
Yeah, and honestly, like the coupon, like the discount codes, like I don't make a lot of money on it. I don't make hardly anything on those. It's more of just like, hey, if it shows my sponsor that you're coming from like my endorsement, and then also here's 20% off blenders. Keene 20. There you go. So it's like you might as well, you know, use it. And it's like, and then I found myself kind of like, you know, all the time I find myself like catch myself trying like being a hater at some point. And I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I hating on this? Like, you know? So I kind of caught myself that too, like doing it to other people. I'm like, oh, they're just trying to sell me. I'm like, wait, I enjoy this person's content. Why the hell would I not want to support them? You know, it's stupid. So
and you're following you wouldn't have seen it most likely. That's a good point. I gotta check myself on that too, because
we all do it, man. Like if you say you don't do it, you're tripping. You know, everybody's guilty of like hating on stuff, and then but it's being able to catch yourself on it and then be like reevaluate. You know.
No, it's good. So, and as a company owner, if I see that code being used a ton, then I can at least go, hey, let's throw AK some more next year, or let's allocate this. And it helps the influencer that's
the problem sincere. With like that. There's like brands that always want to do like purely discount code like branding, and that's kind of where I kind of set like a standard was like, look, my value is not to be a sales guy, right? That's like your whatnot guys or something. But like for these brands, like I'm not here to like sell people or shove it down their throat. No. It's more to create cool content that you can utilize and then put eyeballs and brand awareness and make your brand look cool. So like you can't necessarily measure that through a discount code. You know, there might be sales that come through that. But like at the end of the day, when Coca-Cola puts their banner on the side of the NBA Finals, there's no way they can measure how many people bought Coke after watching the NBA Finals. But they still spent $10 million to have that advertised on there. You know, so I think that's how companies and brands, and that's actually a tip I would give to small brands or like even brands that have budget but are kind of new to influencer world, is like first try to like figure out what your goal is to use an influencer, because you're either going to set yourself up for being a disappointment or like success in that route. So if you're like, are you looking for content that you can utilize? Are you just looking for brand awareness that supports sales in stores? Or are you looking for like direct return on investment? And there are influencers out there, like if their profile is there to like sell to the audience and that's what people go there to, like those guys are going to convert really well. But that's not everybody. Those aren't the same guys that are going to make your brand look credible or cool, you know? That's just like people are just going to them for like, hey, like maybe their content is like, this is what you should buy to go shop healthy. It's a doctor or something, right? But otherwise you're going to have to like Instagram and Facebook, they figured it out years ago that like people are making money by like selling their products there, so they make you pay. They know when you're posting about a product, and they make you pay to have that that content
Exposure.
seen. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as I do a promo post, unless it's really cleverly like kind of hidden in the content, that post never does well.
Doesn't take off.
And sometimes it does though, which is weird because
Yeah.
the wake effects, that rope pal one, like kind of the content we made. I mean, like I had 2 videos hit 1 million and I'm like, what the heck? Like this is supposed to be a promo post, yet it's performing better than like my normal, like skimboarding stuff. And I think it was because it was like intriguing. It like created like shock factor of like, whoa, this could be cool. Like, and then they need to send it to their buddy that owns a boat.
Sharing
and
and
like,
watch
so if you
time.
can get people to share around that content, I mean, that's where the engagement comes from now.
Yeah.
It used to be views, used to be likes, used to be comments. Now it's shares.
Shares. Yeah.
If
and
you get
watch
people
time,
to share, watch time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
watch
good.
time and shares.
That so the grind from that to the business, I love hearing about it. We'll talk probably another time because we're gonna have a crazy year this year. I'm pumped for tonight. After this airs, we'll have
Man, I
the
think this
AK
year is gonna
player
be
and
badass, dude.
Marshwater.
I'm
It's gonna
excited.
be
This is a
awesome.
good year.
Yes.
I'm due for one. So
Yes. No, it's gonna happen.
I'm excited.
And God, like I said last night, God put us together for a reason. It's a blessing to meet you, and I'm pumped to see what's going to happen this year. I know it's going to be good.
I agree, man.
So
This year will be an amazing
one to
year.
remember.
100%. I mean, we got the Masters coming up.
Yeah, we'll be at the
We're
Masters,
both going to
yeah.
be at
It's
the
gonna be awesome.
Masters.
Can't wait for
Got
that.
Marshwater launching.
Yep.
I'm going to be back in the Southeast, throwing
Yeah.
some launch parties,
Yep.
having
Love it.
some fun in the marsh,
I love it.
drinking marsh
Back
water.
where it all began.
Yeah, man. It's cool. You know, it's cool going back
It's going to
to
be sick.
where it all started. And it's just also wild, too, because I'm like, damn, was this like really the same lifetime? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
feels like forever, right?
Yeah.
So I always ask everyone that's on the show, who are some goats in sports and in life? And I have to hear who like the water sport goat. If it's not you,
I mean,
See,
Kelly Slater all
Kelly
day.
Slater, let's
I mean,
go.
he's the GOAT. It's can't deny it. I mean, and it's like, man, the surf industry is terrible. Like the vibes in the surf industry. Everybody talk about haters, bro.
really
It's
dog
like
eat dog.
the haters hate on the haters, and then like it's just like it's almost like the Instagram trolls. Like that's what it reminds me of. It's like I don't know. It's like almost like the guys that always have to give you a golf tip, like the 15 handicappers who
yeah.
like have to give you a golf tip on your golf
Unsolicited
swing
advice.
video.
Yeah.
That's I feel like surfing in the surf world is. But unanimously, everybody can agree. Like Kelly Slater is the GOAT.
Nice.
You know,
Love
like
it.
he's the Michael Jordan of surfing for sure.
And other sports you watched, what do you got? Basketball, football? Who's your GOAT?
Football. I mean, my GOAT growing up was Jerry Rice.
Let's go.
And now I got that goated Jerry Rice putter
Let's
that I'm
go.
using. So
Stud.
he's the GOAT. The new Niners GOAT, man. Kittle. I love
Kittle's a
Kittle.
beast.
He's awesome.
Have you talked with him or hung out with
I
him?
feel like I was with Hunter Pence on a June Shine trip in Costa Rica, and I was like, he's like, yeah, I know Kittle. I was like, what? He's like FaceTimed him, and I was like on a FaceTime with him, I think, for a second.
Yeah.
And then we like exchanged some DMs, but I don't know. Some of these guys probably see my Instagram, and like I'm like trying to get them on the boat and stuff, and they're like, I don't know about this guy.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, just come hang out. I promise I'm not
It's
weird.
gonna be great. Yeah. We just did Jake Moody. He's a buddy of mine, so I'll connect. Kittle's the man.
Dude, we have
gotta
a
get Kittle
we have a
out.
celebrity surf series with Jake Moody would be sick. By
Yeah.
the way, like he's sick.
Stud.
And that's the thing. I'm a Niners guy, but man, I there's nothing I love more than seeing like I can still respect the best in the game. You
Yeah.
know? And that's why I love watching NFL because it's just like you are literally watching the best in the sport.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
love it.
So
But I was gonna say, oh shoot, what was I
basketball or golf?
gonna say? I don't know. Never mind.
Kittle, Niners. Well, do you watch basketball? You watch any other sports?
I'm not. You know,
Golf?
I don't watch a lot of basketball.
Yeah.
I respect it, and I enjoy it like during the finals and stuff. But yeah, it's always been football for me.
I like it.
Yeah,
You
I'm
made
a
a good
football
point
guy.
because basketball there aren't, and I've said this before. I coached basketball for 12 years, 15 years. The NBA is not all the best athletes or the best basketball players. There's a lot of politics, and there's only 5 spots. So you brought up a good point about football because those dudes, they've risen to the top.
Yeah.
And they've proven and the fans will be all over them if they're not, and the data's there. So that's a good point. I never
I mean,
thought
just
about that.
peak athletic performance. Also, UFC. I think UFC is probably the
Oh, yeah.
most peak athletic like performing sport you could be in.
Yes, so
I think
true.
cardio, strength, technique,
Endurance,
coordination, like all the stuff, like it hits everything. And it's
Beast.
just like, and mental.
Yeah.
Talk about solo mental.
So
oh
true.
my God, it's got to be so mental.
The grind, the weigh-in, even weigh-ins. Go through like a journey of a weigh-in, a heavyweight that's trying to get down. It's like 90% of the
There's so much
population wouldn't make it to weigh-in.
controversy on that too. You know,
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
they need to cut
They need to
that
fix
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, do you see the guy recently passed out at the
No.
last weigh-ins?
Oh, really? No.
He came, did his weigh-in, and he's walking off the stage and just falls flat on his
I
face.
believe it. You have to starve yourself for a little bit, and then they carb load right after to
Yeah.
get right back up to weight. It's kind of silly.
Yeah, you're like, this guy's ripped, jacked, and he's like, he weighs 128 pounds. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, not a
No way.
chance.
All the water is gone.
Yeah.
And then how about in life? Do you have a goat in life for like author, influence, like someone you follow on?
Man, I
social?
probably do, and I'm gonna think about it right after this.
I don't know.
I should have
I
prepared
should've
for that
prepared
one.
you for
Yeah,
that. Sometimes
But,
better not to prepare for. Like you mentioned Gary Vee. He's a great like business mind.
yeah,
I love
he's
watching
great.
him.
That's a good question.
Next
I'm gonna
episode.
think on
I
that
like
one.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Damn.
that was good.
I'm
Jerry
bummed I don't
Rice,
have an
the
answer to
Niners.
that though.
No.
I feel like I do, but it's not coming to me.
No, it's all good. That's happened before.
There's
Me,
just so many people. I just think there's like different people in different avenues, and I just respect seeing like people who are at the top of their game in different sports, different businesses. Like
Yeah.
I love seeing, like right now I'm like in the business mentality, so I love kind of learning about other people's journeys and like what they did, and you realize like shit, there's like a lot of ways, one, to make money, but also two, like a lot of ways to go about the same thing, you know? So there's not really an answer to everything.
No, it's
so you
true.
do have to lead with data, with a little bit of intuition, a little bit of trust in the universe and God
yeah.
to kind of take you down the right path. And
so
that's one thing I'm practicing right now, is like trying not to like, just trying to like surrender to, like put in the effort, but surrender to the journey.
Yeah,
You know?
smart. That's the best advice I could give in the hard times and in like planning. And you're in the planning stage of a lot of new stuff this year. But man, if you faith-based company, God over all things is what GOATED stands for every day. And as soon as I started to go, this company isn't, and we talked about it a little bit last night, as soon as I started to say, this company's not for the private jet. And I told you that last night. I'm like, if there's a goal like 100 million, 500 million, if there's a goal like that, I haven't seen many entrepreneurs like get to it. It should always, whatever the goal is, to exit or to have my family be better or whatever it is, that of course helps to drive. But I've had a lot of LLCs, and the ones that I started, and I've shared this before, that the goal was just have a private jet and be as wealthy as I could. They
It's
didn't
not as
work
fun
out
either, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's what's cool about Marshwater, and I'm so excited about it, is like obviously like the goal is to make money and to like maybe get acquired one day, but like what is really fueling it too is it's like me and my brothers have always been very close but separate in the country, and like we realize so much time has passed, we're all getting older, and it's just like, God, we had like such a special like brotherly connection, and we're all doing cool stuff in our areas, and like this is like we always want to do something together, and this is finally like, this is the thing, like let's just do something. This is gonna, like, it might not be the only thing hopefully, but like let's just do something. And then like I had this idea, and I'm like, oh my God, this is the perfect thing to kind of like bring my brothers into. 3 brothers from Georgia,
Back
starting like a an iced tea from the South, you know, so like so it's got like my brothers involved, so there's like more deeper meaning on that, of just spending more time getting to go like hang out in the Southeast with my brother, visiting accounts, like throwing these like launch events and going to the Masters. But then also great. Just like kind of full circle, bring me back to where I grew up, and just, I don't know, like, one thing I didn't even mention, like one of our goals is to give a percentage of our sales back to Marshwater conservation.
Okay, nice.
So I probably should have mentioned that at the beginning. But yeah, so it's like, I thought it'd be really cool to kind of like put something behind it, because none of these alcohol brands do that.
No.
And it's like, hey, we're calling it Marshwater. Why not like be able to, like, once we start doing sales, like write a check to some of these really cool underfunded foundations that like preserve the nature, educate kids on like, the wildlife, and just keep that amazing, beautiful, like one of a kind geographic location, like preserved and beautiful, you know?
I love that. Yeah, that's a great cause.
It's like literally like people think of it as like brown water, which it is, but it's like a natural filtration zone, you know? Just big giant like coastal water filter. Every 6 hours that tide comes in and out. It's just a diverse, like, you know, ecosystem of filtration for the water there.
Natural take of it. I like it. Yeah. No, I love it. I think, like I said, this year is going to be awesome. Glad you've been on the podcast. We'll have you on again for sure. That'd be great.
Heck
It'd be a blessing to us. Last thing I usually follow up with is where can people find you? It's going to be the easiest person. We've had some big influencers I want down, but you'll find Austin Keene.
This is how ADD I am. I'm like, I just remember? I forgot.
I love it. Okay, good.
We were talking about Kid. I was like, yeah, we had a celebrity surf series with Leonard Williams.
Okay.
And now Leonard Williams is going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And it's so cool because we had a celebrity surf series with Justin Gagey this summer, and then he just fought for the title belt and won the title belt.
Stud.
So as much as I don't want to see the Seahawks win, if the trend is correct, the Seahawks probably will win the Super Bowl because Leonard Williams was on the Celebrity Surf Series.
I love it.
Yeah. Actually, ESPN just hit me up. Before the Surf Series episode we did, I did like a video skimboarding with them, and you have 6'7", 300-pound Leonard Williams getting on a skimboard, and he was, dude. Like getting on a skimboard, and like got to the wave late, and I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be bad, and like the wave just evaporates in front of him. It. No, I think he's gonna get smashed, and the wave just like got scared of him. You know, it was crazy. But that was a fun video. So I think ESPN was gonna do something with it, like post on one of their segments. But yeah, Leonard Williams, check it out. Celebrity Surf Series. That was before we had like the on-water interviews. We were still figuring out the concept of the podcast, but
I love it.
Check me out on Instagram, YouTube. Be on the lookout for the Celebrity Surf Series. That's pretty much mainly the long-form content I'm doing lately. Marshwater, eatvitaminbar.com. Snag one of those snack bars. And check out GOATED Golf, man. These guys are doing cool stuff. Love my putter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The new one coming out, the Austin Keene
I know,
putter.
we're doing a new AK drop.
It's going to be sick.
It's going to be sick. I'm excited.
This will air probably, definitely after because it's tonight, but so pumped for that. I'm going to rock this one.
Yeah.
And grateful for you. Thanks for being who you are and being true to yourself for all of us followers and people that look up to you and dominating your sport.
Thanks, man. If you guys want me to come wake surf with you, hit me up. Let's go get a shred sesh on the lake near you.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for listening. Like, comment, share, pass us around. GOATED mentality. Keep God over all things. Success come your way. Anything we can do for you, to pray for you, be there for you. GOATED is about others, and you guys know that, where to reach us. Hit up Austin Keene. Follow Austin Keene on all social platforms. Big day today. I'm pumped to have him, and you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching.